Don't you hate it when you go to the dentist and every single time it's the same spiel? I mean, it's like no matter how hard you try, there's always something wrong. All right, so how do my teeth look? So I'm gonna be honest with you, you really need to floss more. I mean, when's the last time you flossed? Was it 6 months ago at our last cleaning? Because it sure looks like it. I mean, how can we always tell when you don't floss? Is there something we're checking for, or are we just taking a guess? And I mean, don't get me wrong, if we're taking a guess, we're probably gonna be right most of the time because most people just don't floss. But today I'm gonna go over some signs that you don't floss, and some of them might surprise you. I'm gonna give you 7 weird signs that you do not floss your teeth. Number 1 is your dental cleanings are painful. There's really a few different types of people at the dentist, and I'm gonna break it down into 2 different categories. Those that like going to the dentist and those that don't like going to the dentist. Yes, believe it or not, there are some people that like coming to the dentist, and they actually like sitting in the dental chair, and they actually like getting their teeth cleaned. But the vast majority of people do not like it, and they find it kind of painful to have someone digging around at their teeth and scraping at them. Well, one reason your dental cleanings are painful could be that you don't floss. And the reason is when you don't floss, you're not cleaning in between your teeth and you're not cleaning underneath your gums. And now you have this plaque and this bacteria buildup that are just left there because your toothbrush definitely won't clean all of it. And when this plaque and bacteria are all building up, it causes some inflammation in your gums. And this is why it's more painful because anytime you touch your gums now, they're gonna be a lot more sensitive. Number 2 is you keep getting cavities in between your teeth. I mean, how do you keep getting cavities? I mean, you're brushing every day, you're going to the dentist every 6 months, and every single time there's a new cavity and it's always in between your teeth. Well, the reason is you don't floss because flossing is really the only way to clean in between your teeth. When you don't floss, you miss cleaning about 40% of your tooth structure, and that 40% is the spot that's in between your teeth. 20% in front of your teeth and 20% behind your teeth. Now those plaque and bacteria that you're cleaning away with your toothbrush when you're brushing on the outside and the inside of your teeth, those are the same bacteria that are getting in between your teeth, and those are the same bacteria that can cause cavities to form. Number 3, and the third sign that you're not flossing your teeth is your gums are bleeding. Now let's say you're brushing your teeth, or every time you come to your dental cleaning, you feel and you see all this blood in your mouth. You know when like you put your mouth on the suction to suction up all your saliva, and then you start seeing it and you're wondering, why is my saliva so red? Well, the reason is when you don't floss, like I said before, you're not cleaning in between your teeth and you're not cleaning underneath your gums that are in between your teeth, and this can cause those bacteria and plaque to build up more and more and cause more and more inflammation, so that anytime that area gets disturbed, since it's so inflamed, it's gonna bleed a lot more. The 4th interesting sign that you do not floss your teeth is your gums are red. Now when we do our exam, whether we're a dentist or a hygienist, and we just look in your mouth, that visual exam of just seeing what your gums look like can tell us a lot. Just looking at your gums will tell us a lot about how healthy they are in general. If they look really firm and they look more on the pink side, depending on your race, this might change, but generally for most people, if they look more on the pink side, then this is a sign that they're pretty healthy. But if your gums look a little bit more rolled, they look a little bit puffy, and they look like they're really red, that's a sign that they're really, really inflamed, and that's a sign that you don't floss. Number 6 is your breath smells bad. Now there's a lot of reasons your breath wouldn't smell good, but if you don't floss, your breath is pretty much guaranteed to smell bad. Because like I said before, all that plaque, all those leftover bacteria, all that leftover food is being stuck in between your teeth, and it's never being cleaned away for like 6 months. So your mouth is definitely gonna smell. Number 6 is your teeth are loose. Now, depending on how loose your teeth are, this could be really bad, and there could be a lot more than just not flossing going on. But when you don't floss, this will lead to gingivitis, or in other words, gum disease. Now, if this gum disease is left untreated, and you never come to the dentist, and you never do really any oral hygiene at home, like you never brush and you never floss, it's gonna get worse. And there's a chance it can turn into periodontitis. Now, periodontitis is basically gingivitis, but much worse, because now it doesn't just affect your gums, it also affects the bones that surround your teeth. And this basically means the bones are being eaten away, you're having bone loss, and that bone is what holds your teeth in place. So the more bone you lose, the more your teeth get loose. And if this gets really bad, you're probably gonna lose all your teeth, and now you're gonna end up in dentures. Number 7, and the last weird sign that you do not floss your teeth, is you're just unhealthy in general. Now, I'm not talking about your diet or anything like that. Like, if you like to enjoy a burger every now and then, or you just don't like to work out, that's not a sign that you don't floss. But I'm talking about bigger issues with your health, like if you have heart problems, if you have diabetes, if you have high blood pressure, these are signs that you're not flossing. It may not be directly related, but it's definitely a sign. And the reason is when you have this gum disease and you have this periodontal disease going on in your mouth, it's linked with other problems with your whole systemic health. And there's really two reasons for this. The first is, like we said before, when you have all this bacteria build up in your mouth, it causes an inflammatory response in your mouth. Basically, there's more inflammation going on in your mouth. Now, where does that inflammation come from? Well, it comes from your bloodstream. And your bloodstream goes all throughout your whole body. So that bloodstream that's going to your mouth is carrying all that inflammation. It's carrying all those inflammatory molecules that are causing that inflammation response in your mouth. Now, when this happens, it can really mess up your whole body's immune system. It can mess up your whole body's immune response, and that's what makes you more susceptible to getting other health problems. Now, there isn't really a cause and effect relationship yet, so we don't know for sure if one thing causes another, but we definitely know that they're linked. And the second theory we have on basically why your oral health and why the bacteria in your mouth can affect the whole rest of your body is because when you have all these bacteria that are left behind in your mouth and you have this gum disease going on, these bacteria can get into your bloodstream, and your bloodstream doesn't just end in one area. Like, there's no bloodstream only for your mouth, there's no bloodstream only for your arm. Your bloodstream goes throughout your whole body. So now if you have bacteria from your mouth getting into your bloodstream, it's going to spread all throughout your mouth and cause other problems. Now again, there has to be more studies just to know like what causes exactly what, but we definitely know that there is some relationship there, so it's really best not to risk it at all. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you liked that video, and if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me and subscribe to my channel below, and I'll see you in the next video.